First of all, I just want to say I'm so proud of you because it sounds amazing. Like it is your vocals, the music. It is just it puts you in the mood. Definitely. Like,
solid, girl.
And it's definitely like a listen through each song. Like I'm not really skipping. I'm not skipping around. I'm just listening through. It's fluid.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Seriously.
But you know, your work ethic is. I remember reading where Fat Joe had said that when you first went to Miami for your first studio session, you outworked the studio. He had to pay the engineers extra to stay for these 20-hour days that you were setting up.
Definitely. I was a workaholic, so, I was up in there day and night. I did not want to leave that studio. I'll be in the A room. I will hop up the A room. Sometimes, I had to leave out the A room because there was sessions booked there, so I'll go to a different room and work.
Now, what did you want your listeners to get overall from this piece of work?
I mean, for one, that I could really be a little bit versatile with like the style of music that I do. I can do trap, I can do hip hop, and my child got together, I can do straight up R&B or hip hop and R&B. So I don't really like to put a limit to myself. And then also, it's like you can make anything happen as long as you put your mind to it. Because I've been doing music for over 10 years, and it's been a long time. It's been a little while. It's been a journey, but I'm definitely grateful of the journey. So,
I mean, that's exactly what, just the way you explained it, it's exactly what people get. Because I heard the bachata in there. I heard you get a little, you hit the B word one time. I said, oh, she cussing. I said, she got Thug Dizzle on them real quick. So you definitely hear that versatility. And one thing that I like a lot, and I don't think people realize, More in the Morning, when you dropped that last year in 2019, everybody recognizes if you're part of the urban industry or urban, you listen to hip hop music, you recognize that Bonnie and Clyde from Shine. But a lot of people don't recognize that originally was a Grace Jones sample. And a lot of people our age don't even know who Grace Jones is. Right. So was that planned for you to use that sample for More in the Morning? Like, how did that song come about?
It was actually like the song got played for me, so the beat was already done. And when the song got played for me, I'm like, ooh, this is a vibe. Of course, like me and Joe, we rearranged some parts. We took some parts out and we added some parts in. I mean, obviously I don't got a Rolls Royce right now, but I definitely referenced it from the original. So I could pull it.
It's coming.
I was like, you know what? I like that. I'm gonna put that in there.
You was manifesting it,
Right.
You was manifesting it.
Already done.
Now, you didn't stop there because you also you did your version of Why Don't We Fall in Love with A. Marie. Now, I like that because I'm like, look, the MK like, look, we finna get ready for it.
Sorry, my life is the
But you sampled that. Uh-oh, did I lose you? There you go.
Yeah, the connection was going in and out, but
No, you're all good. Now, you definitely did your thing on that. What was your thought process by putting that on the project and giving your flavor to that? Because I still see that video, but then when I hear you, I'm like, oh, this is a flavor-wise version of it.
This is a new school.
Right.
that was actually one of the songs that got sent to me. And I'm like, okay, this was like a year ago. I'm like, this is a little vibe, I'm like, okay, I'm doing a little vibe to it. I went to the studio, I recorded it, and then that's how it came about. My team, they had put tour hands on it mad long ago, so, yeah.
So this particular album, how long have you been working on it? Like I said, it's solid.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was no random, let's throw some tracks and release it. Like it sounds very thorough and well thought
I've been
out.
working on it for like over 2 years, like 2
Wow.
years and a half, really. So it's been a process. Like even when you was bringing back that Joe trip when I was in Cool & Dre's studio for like 3 months, that's when we recorded More in the Morning. All I Do Is You. And then around that same time, I ended up linking with Joelle James. She's actually the girl who wrote Boot Up for LMA. And then we linked up and did the next episode with Rock Walla.
I love that reference.
I do, definitely. Well, since the project has dropped, what are some of the feedback that you've received overall? Like, how's the feedback been?
I love the feedback because everybody has different favorites. So I'm not just getting like one favorite. I'm getting some people who love the By Your Side song. I'm starting to hear that more actually. Then off the bat, people love Your Plug song with Mariah and Jen Morrell. Then I'm also getting some people who are going back to it like More in the Morning or All I Do Is For You that's always gonna be my jam. I don't care if the album's fire. So I'm getting different. Like I haven't heard anything negative yet. So.
What as a DJ, one of my favorite joints, and I don't know if it's because you got the girl rapping on there. I don't know how to say her name, but Show Me.
Show Me. Oh yes. That's another one. Like especially the Riders, because Sorati they featured on it. That's how you say the name by the way.
All right, Sorati. Okay.
The way they call their fans is the Riders. So they've been going so hard. Like,
And that's a group of 2 girls, right?
Yes.
I know who they are. Okay.
Fire. It just added so much attitude to the record that I was
For
like,
sure.
hold up, it's not done yet. But wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute.
It's a chopper.
It's so hard because I'm getting so many different feedback. If I had to rank it, I'm getting a lot of people loving Your Plug, By Your Side. Actually, damn, that's hard. Your Plug, Show Me, and By Your Side. But then I got a lot of people always coming back. So the old songs like More Than One and All I Do Is For You.
Yeah, I mean, More in the Morning was a great introduction to you, but I feel like
Definitely.
this particular body of work is so, like you said, it's versatile. Listen, we already established when I first met you that you my Sagittarius sister, so I already know that you're not in a box, dude. You know what I'm saying? I know you can does it all. But is there one track that to you that is like more personal or more your favorite?
Honestly, it's hard. That question is hard because between Your Plug and Why was done in the living room, so it was already an intimate setting. And then for Your Plug, the way it started off actually FaceTime. The producer was on FaceTime and he made the beat right there. I gave him a suggestion of what song to do because Anthony Santos, he's one of the huge bachateros in the bachata world. And so he chopped that up. I was already in the studio, so he sent it to me. I laid down an idea. Later on, we took some parts of my idea off, and then my brother in the second session, my brother and my sister was there, and so they ain't never been in no studio laying down some stuff, and so they did. And so I kind of flipped it, and we plugged in some words on there, and that's how that song came about.
Oh, that's
so
super
those
cool.
2 songs are special to me because Your Plug was done with family, and then Why was done in the living room.
Right.
So you titled it Deception Season 1. Does that mean that this is the start of a series? Like how?
Right.
We got something.
We just need the head nod.
The whole album itself is a series that each different song is a different episode, a different phase of what I'm going through with love. And it's like when you first meet somebody, you first you gotta prove yourself to me because you cute or whatever, but it's like why should I put this cookie on ice?
Right.
Show me. And so towards the middle, it's like I catch an epiphany, and it's like okay, I really should have I don't want to trip out over this little thing, and I don't want to trip out over this or this, but it's like me putting two and two together. It's like I really should have just followed my gut feeling and I should have never even fucked with you because then when I do put 2 and 2 together and I actually am right, I'm like, you know what, fuck you. You understand me.
I do this in real life.
The ladies out there like, yeah, because when you was like, you cute or whatever, your Bronx came out real quick. The Bronx in you came out, you cute or whatever, but.
But you ain't shit.
I love it. I definitely love that it's very relatable. Now, is this all that you've been working on during quarantine and being locked down? Like, what else have you been working on since the pandemic has happened? Because it seems like it's opened up for a lot of people to be able to get into new things that they never even thought that they were going to do.
I mean, definitely during the beginning of the pandemic, I was doing some auditions for the acting because I definitely want to go past music. I was just making sure that the execution for this project and this album is good and solid and straight, and that we were ready to go and we were just prepared. And then even during me doing all of that stuff, I was recording covers, and I actually recorded a cover of Alicia Keys that she actually showed love, and I did that in my living room during the pandemic. I be recording myself, so it's I don't even be going to the studio no more. I got this little ring light set up, so I just be getting creative with
Flawless.
Right.
content and stuff like that. So I like to keep myself busy as busy as possible.
Right, and you was like, look, I set my own home setup. I think everybody made a new home setup. I done remodeled about 3 times. I done had this at the house at one point. We was rocking out. So you're right. Everybody has created their own home setup. and you're just creating a whole bunch of newness out there for the world. Well, I always thought it was
That was what that setup. That same setup in the living room.
right. This all
That's
I
all
need.
we need. That's all I need.
I don't need nothing else.
Thank you for watching. Now make sure that you watch all our videos on our YouTube page. Subscribe right now. Word Crush with a K.